What's going on, my fellow High Stim pre-workout enthusiasts? High Stim Ace here, and today is our favorite day of the week, also known as High Stim Saturday. Happy High Stim Saturday to all of my High Stim pre-workout enthusiasts that are now watching this video. Today, I have a very, very special review, and this one comes to us courtesy of my good friends over at Apollon Nutrition. Now, Apollon Nutrition needs no introduction. They have been in the game for many, many years, and they have some of the craziest, hardest hitting pre-workouts in current existence. And this one here is one such product. What High Stim Ace is going to be reviewing today is the all-new and limited edition Timecop version 4. This one here had 3 iterations previously, and I got to try V2 as well as V3. As a matter of fact, I was the only reviewer that reviewed version 3 for whatever reason. Nobody else seems to have gotten that pre-workout, but I did review it, and I really liked it. This one here, the label is absolutely insane. They revealed the label on Instagram just earlier in the week, and I was absolutely flabbergasted by what I saw on the label. And you guys know that labels are just labels in the end of the day. But when Apollon Nutrition releases a label, you know that everything that is written on here is actually in this tub here. So let's not waste any time. Let's roll that freaking intro. And when we come back, we're going to discuss the all-new Timecop V4. So yeah, guys, Timecop V4. This one here has been in the works for a very, very long time, and I know that the formulator and owner of Apollon Nutrition, my good friend Robic, kept his lips tightly sealed over the past couple of months. He's been putting out little teasers about Timecop, little funny videos, and just a couple of teases here and there, and even I couldn't get any information out of him. And believe me, I tried, but I couldn't. I had to wait until the tub arrived at my doorstep, which it did a couple of days ago, and today was my second time running this product here. So obviously I had to do this review and release it for you on High Stim Saturday. Now, when it comes to the 2 previous versions of Timecop, I tried V2 as well as V3, and V2 was a very, very hard-hitting pre-workout. It gave you this crazy head buzz, a nice nootropic sense of well-being, a sense of urgency, aggression, and you felt like you were hopped up on something. And that energy and that buzz lasted for hours post-workout. The only 2 issues that I had with version 2 were the flavor. And you guys know that High Stim Ace doesn't really care much about flavor, but when it's really, really that bad and it earns a legendary status in being a bad flavor, then it's a little bit difficult, because then you get the gag reflex and it's not a whole lot of fun. So you had the flavor, and for whatever reason, and this could just be a me thing, it always caused stomach indigestion issues. I think it had to do with the lion's mane being dosed at 1 gram, and for whatever reason, that V2 always turned my stomach upside down, and I don't want to get into details, but let's just leave it at that. Now, the new version also has lion's mane at 1 gram, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Was there any negative side effects, stomach issues, etc., etc.? We're going to discuss everything and leave no stones unturned. The version that came out before this one here, the V3, which again, I was the only reviewer that reviewed this version here. This was a limited edition release that they did release for one of their sister companies to help promote them. I'm forgetting the name of the company, but this one was only available over at that website. I picked it up, spent my own money on this one here, and I really, really liked it. The label was really good. They did remove the lion's mane from this one, so I didn't have any stomach issues. It hit very nicely, surprisingly a very nice, smooth experience. But in comparison to version 2, the V3 was a little bit toned down. It was smoother and felt more of a nootropic kind of feeling as opposed to giving you that semi-illicit feeling buzz, which, let's face it, guys, this is the High Stim Ace channel. We are always searching for the next hitter. So this one here was a very, very good, well-balanced pre-workout, but it didn't have that punch that V2 had. Now, for the new V4, which they just released yesterday, the label on here is absolutely insane, and it's fully loaded with nootropics, with stimulants, with feel-good ingredients, and a crap ton of pump ingredients to boot. So you're getting the best of pretty much every single aspect when it comes to getting in an efficacious, well-dosed pre-workout. We're going to go over this label, but first of all, I want to look at this tub. So looking at the tub here, we do have the Apollon Nutrition logo up top, and right here it says Timecop. Really, really like this graphic, this aesthetic they got going on here. A little bit of like a street graffiti theme going here. I really, really dig it. It says Elite Pre-Workout, Maximum Focus, Energy, Strength, and of course, this here is the Miami Vice flavor, the only flavor that it comes with, by the way, but we're going to talk about that in a moment. And right here, You got a nice translucent holographic version of Robic staring at you intensively, telling you that it's time to kick ass in the gym. Absolutely cool, badass looking tub. It's a flat white tub, and I really, really dig this aesthetic. Now, the flavor we have here is Miami Vice, and it's the only flavor that this pre-workout comes with. Apollon Nutrition straight up said that this may not be a quote-unquote tasty pre-workout, but it's definitely an improvement over the past iterations. And it is definitely an improvement. I actually really enjoy this flavor. The first thing I got from it when I took it down, I didn't really know what Miami Vice was, but to me it tasted like tiger's blood, which in case you guys don't know what tiger's blood is, it's a mixture of strawberry, watermelon, and a little bit of coconut in the background. So this tasted like tiger's blood, but with a little bit more of a fruity finish. So I did message Robic about it and I asked him what this flavor was exactly, and he told me it's supposed to be like a tiger's blood mixed with a strawberry daiquiri. So my taste buds were right on the money. More or less, I figured out what this tasted like. If you guys like any variant of tiger's blood, you will enjoy this flavor. It's actually very tasty. I would probably give it like a 7 out of 10. Not that I really rank flavors, but everybody always talks about the horrors of version 2 and how bad that one tasted. And I'm telling you guys, this one here is a massive, massive improvement. And I actually really enjoyed it. With that being said, let's break down this label because we have a lot to get into. So looking at the supplement facts here, serving size is 39 grams, which is a big, hefty scoop. This weighs more than a lot of proteins, which come in at like 30, 35 grams. 39 grams, very big scoop. Surprisingly light on the stomach, did not have stomach issues, despite the fact that this one here does have the lion's mane. I did not have any stomach issues, no indigestion, no feeling heavy, no feeling groggy. Surprisingly goes down smooth and easy. Maybe it has to do with the pump ingredients that are in here balancing out this entire package. But to me, this went down smoothly. It tasted good. There was no nasty aftertaste, and I really like it. So 39 grams goes down easy, and weighing it out, it comes in a little bit heavy at like 40.5 grams. Apollon Nutrition is always on the money when it comes to scoop sizes. This one comes in just a little bit heavy, but I always weigh it out, and so should you. You're getting 20 servings per container in here, no 40-20 on here. But believe me, if you want to run this at half a scoop, you most certainly can, because this is mega dosed in typical Apollon Nutrition fashion. So you can literally take this at 20 grams and you will still get in an amazing workout. Now, with that being said, I only ran this at the full dose because that is how we do it here on the High Stim Ace channel, and that is how I'm going to read this label. We're getting 10 calories in here, 2 grams of total carbohydrates, 200 milligrams of sodium, and now we are going to begin with the actual label. We are getting L-citrulline at 10,000 milligrams, so 10 grams of pure L-citrulline, no surprise there. Apollon Nutrition always emphasizes the pumps, the blood shuttling of the nutrients, and all the nitric oxide supporting benefits that come with this ingredient here. So great dose over there. We are getting beta-alanine at 6,400 milligrams, so double the clinical dose. And that goes back to what I was saying. If you take this at half a dose, you will still get efficacious dosages because that's how Apollon does it. They did it with Hooligan, and they are doing it with this one as well. Even though technically this isn't a 40-20, at least as far as labels go. But you're going to be feeling the tingles on this one. We're going to talk about the beta-alanine tingles because believe me, guys, beta tingles are not all created equal. So we are definitely going to discuss that as soon as we get to the effect section. We have L-tyrosine at 5,000 milligrams, which is a massive, massive dose to give you a good floaty head high, but really focused and dialed in, nootropic sense of well-being, locked on concentration, and really being aware of what you're doing in the gym. Betaine anhydrous, 5,000 milligrams, again, double the clinical dose for strength output. It helps with endurance, as well as the next ingredient, which is taurine at 3,000 milligrams. So another jack of all trades ingredients, helps with hydration, energy, performance, and pretty much everything else. So taurine is a great ingredient to add in there. And now we are putting in the lion's mane at 1,000 milligrams. So again, the previous version 3 removed the lion's mane for whatever reason. This one here has it included at 1 gram, which is a very big dose. L-alpha GBC, 50% yield, 1,000 milligrams. Beautiful dose of that alpha GBC. Most companies will give you 600 milligrams. You're getting a gram in here. So again, getting your money's worth, and there's just no comparison. Now we are getting into the fun section. The stimulants are starting to come up. We got beta-phenethylethamine HCl to give you a nice floaty head high, a couple of minutes into the drink, 750 milligrams, very big, nice dose. Vasodrive AP, 508 milligrams, the clinical dose for additional pumps, blood flow, and stimulation in your body. Theobromine, 500 milligrams for additional energy and physical stimulation. Really beautiful dose of theobromine. Himalayan pink salt 500 milligrams for pumps, anti-cramping, lots of benefits there. And phentyl dimethylamine citrate HCl 500 milligrams, also known to the common man as urea genesis. Going to give you a lot of those benefits, a little bit of mental stimulation, feel good, mood elevation, bordering on a euphoria when combined with the right ingredients. And you know the goods are definitely in this bundle here. We're getting caffeine anhydrous at 350 milligrams, very good dose. Then we have some Alpina galena extract coming in at 300 milligrams, another nootropic there. Dicaffeine mally, 200 milligrams, slow-releasing form of caffeine, going to yield 150, bringing up the total of caffeine to 500 milligrams. A little bit on the high end, but what the hell, guys? We are stim junkies, right? 500 milligrams should be no problem for the most of us. We got Cognite coffee Arabica fruit extract, 100 milligrams for clear mood and focus and stimulation mentally. Estrogen for absorption, 50 milligrams. Vincamine, 20 milligrams, that is going to help shuttle blood to your brain because all these nootropics need to go to your brain so they're processed efficiently. So Vicamine will do just that. 20 milligrams is a good dose. And lastly, as if this package wasn't crazy enough, we're getting Alpha Yo for that physical aggression and sense of urgency coming in at 2 milligrams. Before High Stim Ace breaks down my experience running the all-new Timecop pre-workout from Apollon Nutrition 2 times over the past 3 days. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, share the channel with a fellow stim junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. All right, guys, Timecop V4, the effect section, aka the section that matters most. Now, you guys are wondering, how does this pre-workout here hit compared to the previous 2 versions? So like I mentioned at the top of the video, V2 was a very aggressive hit. It hit me like a train, had me really hopped up. I forgot how much Alpha Yo was in V2. I do not have the tub anymore, but that one was freaking crazy. Sense of urgency, elevated heart rate, sweating, and there was a little bit of anxiety with it. So I definitely liked that pre-workout, but the fact that it had me so stimmed up and also gave me stomach issues pretty much every time I took it, it wasn't something that I ran regularly. I loved the buzz and the feeling of it, but those 2 things really held me back from having that as a regular product in my rotation. Now, version 3, the one that I have here, I've probably used about maybe 10 or 11 servings. This tub is less than half full, but I really enjoy this one. A lot smoother than V2. It hit really nicely, much more of a nootropic feeling on this one, still a floaty head high. You do have the urea in here, and this was a very, very good product. I really, really enjoyed it, but they did replace the lion's mane with quadriceps, and there was like 1 or 2 other tweaks in here that it didn't hit quite as hard, but I really, really enjoyed this one, and the flavor was very solid as well. This was an iced tea lemonade flavor. It was a very, very solid flavor, a little bit of like an earthy back end to it, but really nothing terrible. Now, V4, the new version that just came out. So I just went through the label. You guys clearly can see that this thing is freaking insane, right? You're getting crazy doses of nootropics. You're getting pump ingredients in here that just take your pumps to the next level, and the pumps definitely are next level on this product here. You're getting a bunch of stims in here, the feel-good stimulants such as that PEA and the urea genesis. You're getting caffeine and theobromine just for that clear energy, and of course Alpha Yo for the sense of urgency, and also a little bit of thermogenesis. So you're getting a little bit of everything, but you're also getting a lot of blood flow ingredients to kind of tone down the insanity and really keep everything flowing properly. Now, this is a very interesting experience, and I would refer to this pre-workout here as a builder, a creeper, something that hits you initially. You're going to feel this one in like 10 to 12 minutes. The buzz is the first thing that comes in, along with the beta-alanine tingles. But really, it's when you get to the gym at that 20-25 minute mark and you start doing a little bit of initial work that this pre-workout works with you. And the more you push, the more this pre-workout comes and pushes you back in return. And you're working together, and the experience just builds and builds and builds. Now, when I was going over the ingredients, I said that not all beta-alanine is created equal. Now, I know this is 6,400 milligrams, which is a very high dose, but I've taken pre-workouts in the past with 6,400 milligrams of beta-alanine, right? I'm telling you right now, I have never felt tingles like I felt on this pre-workout. I took this one about 3.5 hours ago. I've been in the gym, like for 2.5 hours, and I'm already here for like an hour. So yeah, about 3.5 hours ago, I took the drink. I still feel the beta-alanine tingles right now. I don't really have any shakes or anything. There's no anxiety or negative side effects that come with this product here. So it's not a case of anxiety, but I could still feel the warm beta tingles going up and down my body. It's obviously toned down now as compared to what it was when it first started, but you're gonna feel the betas on this one. It never stops. So if you're somebody that likes the beta tingles and you like that feeling that it gives you within your body where it kind of gets you moving before anything even starts happening mentally, then you're going to love this one here, because the beta alanine tingles, they're not uncomfortable. It's not like a prickling or something that just makes you feel bad. It's a nice warm sensation, but little tingles all around. And I like the tingles personally here on the channel. So you're going to feel the beta tingles, and about 10 to 12 minutes in, you're going to get this floaty head high, but also a very dialed in, locked on kind of focus. And of course, you're getting the alpha GBC in there. You got the lion's mane at 1 gram, and you do have the L-tyrosine at 5 grams. So just those 3 ingredients alone will already cause you to have a dialed in tunnel vision focus. So you're going to feel that like 12 minutes in, floaty head high. The beta PA gives you like a little bit of a euphoria initially. You're going to get the music in, and you're going to be ready to go, especially with the beta alanine tingles that are pretty much carrying throughout your entire workout. The energy comes in very smoothly from the caffeine. You're getting 500 milligrams of total caffeine, 500 milligrams of theobromine, but it's not overpowering. There's no anxiety. There's no elevated heart rate. Maybe for like 5 minutes, the heart rate's going to be elevated at like that 20-minute mark, where is really where this package starts coming together fully. And yeah, for maybe like 5 minutes, you're going to feel a bit of elevated heart rate and sweating. But once you start pumping, everything kind of falls into place, and you're just going to feel so good on this one. This is a very, very positive experience. If I have to highlight the strengths of this pre-workout, I mean, there's a lot of strengths. Let's be honest. The pumps are incredible. Like, seriously, savage, next level pumps. You don't have to stack anything on top of this. Definitely don't stack any other pump ingredients, because this thing is fully loaded. But the happy feeling, mood elevation you get on this, bordering on the euphoria, okay? So I understand now why Robic was posting all these GIFs on Instagram over the last couple of months of Russians dancing and rabbis dancing and all that other fun stuff. He was teasing a lot, and I understand now, because you're going to feel good on this one. You're going to want to listen to some good trance music, some dance music. You're going to be in your own little zone, but you're not going to be spaced out. This isn't like taking one of those illicit products where you're, you know, like drugged up euphoric, where you're not focused on the workout and you're just in a different planet. This is a perfect bodybuilder's get shit done type of pre-workout, but without a crazy kick in the ass. So you're going to feel that euphoria. You're going to feel that mood elevation. You're going to be energized. You're going to be happy. Very, very happy. Nothing but positive vibes on this pre-workout here, but you're also going to be locked in. You're going to be focused. You're not going to be distracted. This is something you can take with your buddies. You can have conversations. You will be social on this one. You're going to feel confident. You're going to feel good, but at the same time, you're focused on what you're there to do, which in my case is pumping iron. I don't know about you guys, but I go to the gym to pump and to get pumped, which this pre-workout will do for you in abundance. Like I said earlier, this pre-workout here is a builder, and that means that it's going to gradually go up and up and up and up. It's very similar to the Anarchy Labs Ronin pre-workout, which they did release last year, but it's a little bit more balanced. Ronin felt more like a high stim junkie pre-workout. This one here does have that feeling, but it's a little bit more toned down, and it's blended perfectly with that nootropic sense of well-being, the focus, the clear-headedness. You're on top of things with this pre-workout. There's no wasted motions in the gym. There's no wasted time. You will be efficient. You're going to push hard. You're going to have the energy to keep on going and repeating set after set after set. You're going to have a lot of strength on this one, and you're just going to look pumped, swole, and juicy in the gym. So overall, freaking incredible product, but really, this one here does take a little bit of time to build, so don't expect to take this one and feel it in 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, you will feel the initial head buzz and the beta tingles very early on. 10 to 12 minutes, you're already going to feel it, but it isn't until like the 30-35 minute mark where that sense of urgency really comes in from the 2 milligrams of alpha-O, and that alpha-O builds very, very slowly. So you're already in it. You're in your own little bubble. You're focused. You're dialed in. You're pushing hard, and then the alpha-O comes in and gives you a push, and you start taking things to the next level. So overall, this is an incredible product. They absolutely nailed it. Mood elevation, bordering on a euphoria, happy, positive vibes all around, good sense of energy, clean nootropic sense of well-being, and just a nice, clean focus. You're in a tunnel, but it's not an illicit kind of tunnel, and just really good feeling post-workout. So I'm home right now and I just feel great. I feel productive. I still have energy. There's no crash on here whatsoever. No negative side effects, no stimmy willy, no delayed urination, nothing like that. Just positives all around. But this is an intense experience. So this isn't something you want to be taking regularly. I would say twice a week is fine. High Stim Saturday. Then maybe if you want to take it in the middle of the week, like on a Tuesday or Wednesday, what I like to call midweek madness, in the middle of the work week, you want to induce a little bit of excitement into your week. So midweek madness, something that I always advocate for. But this one's incredible, from the flavor to the effects and just everything in between. This is an incredible product. And if you guys are interested in picking up the all new Timecop V4, you can head over to apollonnutrition.com, grab it there, and use discount code ACE15 at checkout to save 15% off your entire order and help support the High Stim Ace YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and thank you once again, Apollon Nutrition, for sending the all-new Timecop my way for review. I greatly appreciate it. You guys know that no matter what, whether I pay for a product, whether I receive it for free, I will always come on here and keep it real with you because you guys are my priority. But this one here exceeded all expectations. This is my favorite version of Timecop by far. It's better than V2, it's better than V3, and I outlined exactly why I like this one. I think you guys should give it a shot. You're really, really gonna like it. Speaking of liking things, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a big like. It greatly helps the algorithm, and I highly appreciate it. Comment below. Tell me, what is your experience with Timecop? Did you have V2, V3? Maybe you're an OG and you had the very first version of Timecop, which I did not have. I heard that version didn't have Alpha Yo, by the way. So maybe you guys, some of you OGs that have been around in this community, can shed some light on that. Let me know if you're interested in picking this one up. And once again, guys, subscribe to the channel for the hottest reviews of 2025. Follow me on Instagram at High Stim Ace, and I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.